Hello, I'm Christina Johnson, president of The Ohio State University, and I'm thrilled to celebrate our impressive Fulbright scholars, fellows, and award winners. This year marks 75 years for the Fulbright program, and we are so proud that Ohio State has record numbers of both Fulbright scholars and Fulbright student recipients. The university has also been ranked the #1 top producer of Fulbright scholars and ranked 13th for the number of students offered a Fulbright. I'm so impressed with the level of excellence of our Buckeyes because it is a shining example of Ohio State's most noble and enduring qualities. For more than a decade, Ohio State has championed students, faculty, and staff who have participated in the Fulbright Scholar and U.S. student programs, as well as the Fulbright-Hays Doctoral Dissertation Abroad program, and we have recognized those international students and scholars who have chosen to call Ohio State home during their time as Fulbright Fellows and Scholars. Now more than ever, programs like these play an important role by enhancing the quality of global understanding, highlighting the importance of cultural exchange, and advancing Ohio State's commitment to be a diverse and inclusive university. I was a Fulbright faculty scholar in 1991 at the University of Edinburgh. What an incredible way to experience another culture and an enriching academic experience. So it's inspiring to see, as we work through the many challenges facing the world today, that all of us continue to connect across communities, combine expertise, and create new ways of thinking, utilizing the size, scope, and scale of our university. And congratulations again. Go Buckeyes!
IIE has the privilege of administering the Fulbright program on behalf of the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of IIE. To send greetings to Ohio State University is personal for me. This was the first university where I attained a scholarship and opened my mind to broader horizons and a wider world. So thank you, OSU, for that and for the terrific work you do on behalf of Fulbright. You have a decade-long history of being a top-producing school, and you've created a culture of Fulbright on your campus, which inspires us at IIE, the State Department, and many around the world. You're a terrific host for the international students that come to OSU as Fulbright scholars and Fulbright students. This year, we mark the 75th anniversary of the establishment of the Fulbright program. And thanks to the work of the Ohio State University and all who support its international programs and outreach, we look forward to continuing the association and your continued success. Go Buckeyes!
In today's globalized world, exchange programs such as Fulbright offer far more than just cultural and academic experiences. Essentially, they bring the world together, and the Fulbright experience allows you to see yourself through a vastly different lens and move you closer to the person you have the potential of becoming.
I applied for the Fulbright International Administrators Program in France with the goal to interdict the downward trend by networking with colleagues in Europe, building on existing linkages with French institutions, and forging new connections to attract a more diverse applicant pool.
As an Ecuadorian immigrant raised by immigrants, I've always been sensitive to the immense size of our world and its vast landscapes of diverse realities. Hoping to ground my teaching career in my embodied and academized understanding of Latin America, I decided to pursue my Fulbright in the culturally rich and geographically unique country of Colombia, which neighbors my beloved country of origin.
The Fulbright program creates the opportunity to build real personal connections in science and engineering. The role of personal relationships has become more and more important in our over-virtualized and increasingly interconnected world. My life in an entirely new environment and the lessons of cooperation I learned with a group of international experts were indispensable for my academic and personal development.
Federally funded grant programs like Fulbright-Hays play a crucial role in graduate student research and are important for strengthening our academic and institutional ties abroad. The Fulbright-Hays program specifically provides the opportunity for funding long-term field work.
I witnessed both in the classroom and on the streets how histories of neoliberalism, political struggle, and colonization shaped my students and the Colombian society. I learned the powerful practices of culturally relevant, student-centered pedagogy through empowering my students to use their lived experiences as the basis for language acquisition. I'll never forget the power behind engaging my students in conversations about current student movements in Colombia and how they compare to student activism history in the United States.
As a socioculturally unique country, Argentina is the perfect location to investigate my project theme, which was the relationship between institutional and linguistic factors. My research investigates the transmission and educational presence of Argentine Guarani, a distinct variety of Guarani, which is an indigenous language of South America, spoken by perhaps 200,000 people in the Argentine province of Corrientes. Its survival to the present day makes it a valuable example of minority language resilience.
I was able to create awareness at many French institutions about the opportunities that exist for international students at Ohio State. I learned about France's efforts to get more of the international student market share via the campaign Bienvenue en France, and of recent changes in their educational system that impact the work of our international credentials evaluators in the admissions office.
Looking back at my Fulbright experience in the peaceful months before the COVID global pandemic, I was fortunate to experience how the United States struggles to find a rational pathway where different folks, cultures, and mindsets can move forward together efficiently.
Professionally, seeing the magnitude of Ohio State at first was a little bit overwhelming. And since I'm in the midst of my Fulbright experience, I can say I'm still processing the effect and the impact that this has on me. However, I can truly say that having a Fulbright experience 8,000 miles away from my entire support system, especially during a global pandemic, changed me a lot. I think I matured far more in the last year and a half than I have ever before.
My Fulbright experience taught me what it takes to be an educator: humility, empathy, conviction, and dedication to shaping the minds of young changemakers and world builders. The program also demonstrated to me the meaning of lifelong friendship, fun, and well-being. In short, the Fulbright forever changed my life, guiding me into my future in education.
My Fulbright experience allowed me, during fiscally challenging times for the university, to obtain up-to-date information regarding the international student enrollment outlook for French students in the United States and how to make the best decisions for the Office of Student Academic Success. I was able to connect with French students and staff that we encountered and present a positive image of U.S. education and Americans at a time when the U.S. was withdrawing from the world.
My Fulbright research experience contributed to my ability for critical thinking and collaboration. My time at Ohio State also enhanced my belief that the global engineering community is increasingly responsible for finding a rational solution against global exhausting of finite resources and waste reservoirs.
I cannot overstate the impact this experience has had on me. My Fulbright-Hays experience absolutely helped me become a more global citizen, not only in the personal connections I've made, but also in the academic relationships I've formed, which will no doubt far outlast my dissertation research project. Personally, I grew as a person, gained many new friends, and professionally, Fulbright-Hays has opened countless doors for me already, and for that I'm tremendously grateful.
I would not say Fulbright has made me a global citizen per se, but it adds a significant experience in my story of trying to become one. After all, to become a global citizen truly is a lifelong journey.